My son loves it. Super easy to pair it. He just plugged to the electricity and then to the box and ready. Now he has space to spare. Great solution. It is expensive but worth it. This thing is a beast out of the box. Even compared to other WD external drives like the MyBook series, this thing is beefy. That said, it feels tough, built like a tank. I wouldn't abuse this particularly not while the drive is on and the needle could scratch the spinning platter, but it'd feel pretty comfortable carrying this around to LAN parties. Overall performance is very respectable for an HDD. Obviously, this isn't an SSD. You won't be expecting mind-melting instant speeds. But in my use case for bulk storage of video files for editing short films, this will be excellent. The weakest aspect of this drive is the random RW speeds, and the crystal disk mark tests I did were over USB 3.1, even still, unless you're trying to copy gigabytes of tiny text files, like using this in giant coding projects, you'll probably be fine. Potentially the poor random reads might make things a tiny bit slow streaming in lots of small texture files for open world environments, but most games do a pretty good job at packing their files for file streaming these days, so it should be fine. Excellent product. I am very satisfied with my purchase, is very fast and works perfect. I had hoped that this would work on my son's Windows 10 PC which he uses more than the Xbox, but the support website indicates that it is only compatible with the Xbox One. So I connected it up to the USB port in the back on the Xbox and connected the power supply to it. Then powered up the Xbox and it asked me if I wanted to format it for games or leave it for media only. I chose to format it for games. It did that and let me rename it. So, it works as described and installation was easy. The only drawback that I can see is not being able to use it on a Windows 10 PC. I did check the safety marks on the power adapter and was pleased to see that it had them. Be sure to check out my video review that will appear above the review section shortly. This is a solid offering from WD that works with more than just the Xbox One. I received the 12TB unit in for review and was impressed with its capacity and overall performance for a mechanical hard drive. Inside the box is a coupon for 3 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, about a $45 value, which will provide a great library of downloadable games for both the console and PCs. The black drive runs at 7,200 RPM which spins faster than the 5,400 RPM drives typically installed in a stock Xbox console. This means that games will load faster off of this external drive. I tested loading Crackdown 3 which spun up in about 15 seconds on the black drive versus the 21 plus it usually takes off the internal drive. A nice speed boost there. The drive has 2 USB ports on the back that can be used to charge controllers and other USB devices. Unfortunately it does not act like a USB hub so you can't connect additional peripherals through the drive and use them on the console. It's for charging only. Given that this is a standard USB hard drive it will also work with a PC. I ran the Crystal Disk Mark test in Windows and found it running at a constant 250 MB per second in both reads and writes for sequential operations. Random reads and writes will be significantly slower, especially versus an SSD. Why choose this versus an SSD? Your choice of storage comes down to speed or capacity. This drive offers capacity with good performance. An SSD will provide excellent performance but the cost per gigabyte is significantly higher. One last note, although WD rates this drive at 12 TB, the Xbox will calculate the available capacity to be 9 TB. This is due to how WD defines a terabyte versus Microsoft. Excellent, great, I would recommend buying it. I am going to chop it up into partitions and build it into a backup NAS media server stream capture time machine everything storage. By some extraordinary accident of fate, I have a pretty solid LAN network. My first impressions of the device were mixed. I love the black aesthetic. The shipping container black on white is fabulous. You could use the stand to prop it up or lay it flat. I have kids and cats, so it will hug the surface and likely be taped down. There are also some USB charging ports on this device, possibly meant for charging controllers. I will be pressing these into service for powering Raspberry Pi servers since the drive will be living close to my router. When I first plugged it in there was no light, no sound. I thought the device was DOA. It finally sprang to life when I plugged it into my mid-2012 MVP. The light came on and began to do this rhythmic HDD head noise. To all the IT guys out there, you will know what I am talking about. Click link in description for more reviews.